Welcome to Honduras This Week online news videocast for Monday, April 23rd. This videocast is brought to you by Minister Sweets, your home away from home. Generic drugs providing second-rate solution to Honduran health. Narcotics in Honduras are too expensive for many, including the government. As a result, the state cannot fulfill its constitutional duty to Honduran citizens to provide enough free or adequate health care. In an attempt to approach this problem and decrease the cost of drugs, some companies make generic copies of patented original molecules. As they don't have to fund research, they are able to sell at lower prices. Generic drugs thus play an absolutely crucial role in Honduran health. Currently, the government buys mostly generics for the public hospitals, because by doing so, they can afford to buy significantly more drugs, says Dr. Jacobo Andoni, Technical Director at Andifar Laboratories, a manufacturer of generic drugs. Read the full article by Alex Jones in the national section. Honduras drought corridor creating malnutrition this summer. The failure of crops this summer in southwestern Honduras would be classified by the United Nations World Food Program as a silent emergency. It is unlikely that the disaster will attract international attention, nor will it irreparably damage Honduras' agricultural industry. The area is unimportant, though it has strengths in coffee. Its basic grain production is dwarfed by the agricultural power belt that runs through Comayagua, Olancho, and Colon. However, for the communities affected, the collapse of this food source is insupportable. Shortages will hit families already categorized as chronically malnourished. It is among these communities that the emergency will take lives, victims of Honduras' food problem. Read the full article by Louis Wallace in the national section. Honduras and Nicaragua debate of landmines and energy. After a landmine has been triggered, the subsequent detonation causes a harsh shock wave that propagates a projectile-like assault of soil, debris, and shrapnel. Director of the Office for Humanitarian Action of the Organization of American States, William McDonough, announced this week his commitment to deal with the Honduran complaints about the existence of anti-personnel landmines throughout its border with Nicaragua. Read the full article by James W. Bowden in the national section. Good insurance coverage vital for mission groups. Travel insurance, medevac insurance, and registration at the United States Embassy in Honduras are three essentials for organizations bringing mission groups to Honduras. That was agreed at a meeting organized by the consular section of the embassy as a direct result of the tragic car accident in February this year, where 3 missionaries from Georgia were killed, to discuss how mission organizers can prepare for their next group. Read the full article by Annette Emanuelson in the national section. Fueling the next Mayan Golden Age. Given that the Copan area is one of the homes of the ancient Maya, it is extremely appropriate that Copan Ruinas be designated as the home of Project Honduras.com's unconventional movement to change Honduras for the better, and perhaps fuel the revival of another Mayan Golden Age. Read the full article by Marco Cáceres in the national section. Honduran emerald and Harpy eagle attracting international birders. It is the way they sing, like a flute, so melodious it is just to die for. The calming effect it has on you. Those colors, they look like little pieces of rainbow floating through the air. And they are diurnal as well. And that is what people see in birds, according to Pilar Thorne, a member of the biology department at the Honduran National University. With 100 national parks, protected areas ranging from rainforest to cloud forest, tropical climate, no extreme weather other than the odd hurricane, many insects, fruits, and flowers all year round, and a large land mass considering there are only 7.2 million people, the Honduran territory is perfect for birds. Read the full article by Alex Jones in the National section. Leonhard Euler's birth celebrated at the UNAH. On April 15, 2007, the mathematical world celebrated the 300th anniversary of the birth of one of the greatest mathematicians. The event was also celebrated at the National Autonomous University of Honduras, UNAH, on April 20th. The history of mathematics during the modern period is unlike that of antiquity or the medieval world in at least one respect. No national group remained the leader for any prolonged period. Read the full article by Jose Adalid Gutierrez in the National section. Santos Espinal Montoya. I want to spread the message that nothing is impossible. Nice to see you, Santos Espinal Montoya laughed. It is a simple phrase which would not seem out of the ordinary in most situations. Yet Santos is blind. It is a joke that epitomizes his character. Though he is modest, his colleagues are aware of his qualities, his relentless optimism, talent with people, and the openness and honesty with which he treats his impairment. It is because of these skills that Santos has achieved what some considered impossible. He has become the first blind television presenter in Honduras history. Read the full article by Lewis Wallace in the National section. Looking for something interesting and different to do in Tegucigalpa this week? Check out our cultural section for the International Dance Festival celebration that will be held in different parts of the city from the 25th to the 28th of April. This has been your online weekly update for Honduras. This is Thelma Rios for Honduras This Week Online. Have a great day and see you next week.